Hello to the graduating class of 2020 of Villanova Preparatory School. Even though the last quarter was more like Zoom Preparatory School, I'm very excited for you to begin the next chapter of your life. Speaking to you is very personal. My name is Katie Asmuth, and I am a proud graduate from Villanova in 2004. I went to undergraduate school at Loyola University Chicago, grad school at UCLA, and am now living in LA with my amazing husband and 2 toddler boys. I'm a nurse practitioner at Venice Family Clinic. It's a free low-income clinic that provides medical care to 28,000 underserved people living in Los Angeles. I am privileged enough to also be a competitive ultra runner and have run multiple trail races from 50K to 100 miles across the country. I'm in the mountains whenever possible. I'm honored that I was asked to be your graduation speaker, but when I accepted, I didn't know this was going to be recording, which is a little nerve-wracking, but we're going to go with it. I have been thinking about you over the last couple of months, and I've been keeping a journal or notes on my phone about lessons that I would have liked to hear when I was in your shoes. I'm going to give you my 10 tools for developing your human potential. Before I get into it, I have one caveat. This is really important because it's all about unconditional self-acceptance. No matter what you have or what you achieve, you are enough. But these ideas are worth pursuing. So here it goes. My list for your 10 tools for developing human potential. Number 1, know your why. Or as Villanova would say, your truth. Or as Jack Johnson would say, love is the answer, at least for most of the questions in my heart. Your heart, what you love, is your best tool in finding your why. Ask yourself what you love, what ignites you, what inspires you. But you can't think your way to life purpose. You have to do your way to your life purpose. The more we act, the more we get clearer on things. And don't overthink it. Trust yourself. Trust your experiences. And remember, this why may not just be one thing. I have many passions and many whys, and they bring me immense joy. My why for becoming a nurse practitioner: to serve others by preventing disease and injury in the promotion and maintenance of health for those in need. This came easy to me, and I knew going to college I wanted to be in medicine. I felt called to the profession. But I found a passion for trail running 7 years after I graduated from college. I didn't know where it would take me, but I knew I loved doing it. But even still, there have been many times I have to go back to my why for ultra running, especially when racing. Imagine me in the pouring rain at mile 82 in my second 100-mile race. I was running from Utah to Idaho. My left leg was killing me, and the idea of taking in any food, even the taste of my sweat, made me nauseous. It was freezing, and my hands were cramping. I struggled to grip my trekking poles. Slipping down a muddy ascent, I kept losing my footing, and I was delirious. But second place was closing in, and I had a fire in me. I gave myself 2 minutes to be frustrated, and then I moved on. I wasn't there for self-pity. I was there for that moment, my why. My why for running ultras. I run far in the mountains because I have a deep desire to be fully present in the experience of challenging my mind and my body as far as it can go in a beautiful place while feeling deeply the spectrum of human emotion. And with 18 miles left to go, I rallied and pushed on. I encourage you to make your own mission statement, not in relation to your college major or your hopes of future employment. This is a statement of purpose, your deep desire. Again, it doesn't have to be one why, so don't get caught up in that. At the end of a really good day, think about what made it so fulfilling and spend more time doing that. When you lead a passionate life, you are living your life on purpose. And consider that the real purpose of anyone's life is to be fully involved in being present. Which brings me to number 2, be present. In a world full of distractions, in the age of social media as queen and FOMO, there is always something bigger and better that you could be doing. My advice to you, love where you are. Love your experience. Be happy in the present and find magic in the mundane. And don't be afraid to feel the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. Allow yourself to be emotionally raw. This is the human experience. A tip, when you are frustrated, be frustrated, but make a time limit. Just like at my mile 82 of my 100-mile race, I gave myself 2 minutes to feel the frustration of that moment. And then I moved on. Forward motion. Many think we get one shot at life, so no pressure. Be present for your one journey that we have. Fully embrace it. And this isn't just regarding your journey. Be present for your friends and family. And in being present, that brings me to number 3. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is not just about feeling thankful. It's about being purposeful about showing it. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down every morning what you're grateful for and what brings you joy. Even though some things you write may be the smallest of importance, you acknowledge it. You practice gratitude. Practice gratitude to those sitting in your car with you right now, the family and friends that have walked this journey of life with you. Look around. Thank them. Give them some high fives. Come on, do it. Now. I'm going to give you a minute. Show gratitude to the people you love by being available to them. Be there. Check in. Remember birthdays. Remember anniversaries. Wish your cousin luck on her big interview. Remember the day your best friend's dog died. Even if something doesn't seem that important to you, it is that other person's everything. You don't have to memorize these dates. My advice to you is write them down. Use an app or a calendar to remind you, because this fosters connection, because you do care. And it's hard to remember, so write it down. Gratitude is about your readiness to show appreciation to yourself and others, and to return that kindness to yourself and others. Which brings me to number 4. Be kind. Pretty self-explanatory. Just be nice. Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, considerate. Goodness is self-propagating and will spread much faster than whatever it is that you're scared of, whether that is artificial intelligence or the coronavirus. We need to spread that goodness, to not be scared of each other. Trust that there is goodness in each human and show that with kindness. Number 5, listen. Be a sponge. You are living on the backs of billions of humans that have lived before you. They have paved the path for you. Pioneers, leaders in every industry, in every art form have been before you. Learn from them. Be aware of what's going on around you. Be humble. Be curious. Stay informed on current events and ask questions. Number 6, be determined. Take accountability. It's hard to do hard things. Make friends with failure, and you will never fail, because you use failing to learn every single time. Remember that. Love to fail, and this will lead you to a growth mindset. Be consistent, show up. Seek opportunities that build grit. This brings me to number 7. Plan, but be nimble. Change is the only constant. When you hold too tightly to control of the steering wheel, you can get thrown off the track. Enter COVID-19. With the coronavirus outbreak this year, everything is that much more unpredictable. I think in this lies the opportunity. There has never been another group of high school graduates that have gone through this. This is your destined reality. to be ready for change, and to find ways to adjust and to be creative. You are our future. We have never been more of a global community. And as new graduates, you will be the most independent you have ever been in the most challenging time in history. So throw yourself into uncomfortable, be flexible, which brings me to number 8. Have fun. This seems obvious, but sometimes it's hard, especially right now, as we are all functioning in extraordinary circumstances. Don't take yourself too seriously. Life is complicated. You can and will have an outstanding impact in the world. You are clearly driven, intelligent, and have spent thousands of hours studying. But the ability to make light of things is an incredible skill. Because what's the end goal? Happiness, right? It's tough to be happy sometimes. The Amazon is on fire. Our politics are a disaster. Climate change is slowly killing us. And COVID-19 has distanced us from the people and places that we love the most. And I know you have been thinking about these things. Because Villanova has helped you to search for meaning, to dive deep within and to ask the big questions. And as the saying goes, dying is easy, comedy is hard. In other words, finding light in life is often harder than finding the darkness. Make an effort, even when times are tough, to be silly. Have spontaneous dance parties and make best friends with music. Number 9, be gentle with yourself. As I said in the beginning, you are enough. And while you're having that attitude of gratitude, be grateful for all that you are, that you have, your talents, your thoughts. Don't compare yourself. As they say, comparison is a thief of joy. In being gentle with yourself, you must take care of yourself. I tell this to my patients all of the time. If you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of others. Also, this is going to be a hard one for some of you, but please remember that sleep is critical. It's vital for growth. Your parents are applauding this. It's often neglected and underrated component of every person's overall health and well-being. Sleep is important because it enables the body to repair and be ready for another day. Ongoing sleep deficiency is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, kidney disease, diabetes, and stroke. You will not be able to reach your full potential if you die. And you will be more present if you sleep. So sleep. And know the food that you nourish your body with. Enjoy it, preferably with people you love, even if it's 6 feet apart. Food fuels us to be our best selves. Don't be hangry. Eat clean. Leading researchers commissioned by the United Nations encourages all of us to reduce meat consumption. It doesn't have to be entirely, but this is a major opportunity for mitigating climate change. So just eat more plants. As I tell my toddlers, eat all of the colors of the rainbow. And just as important as sleep and nourishing food is movement, whether it's trail running, dancing, basketball, or swimming. Fall in love with your body and the way it feels when moving. This is primal, and that joy is there for all of us to experience. And whenever possible, move in beautiful places. Get outside. It's undeniably good for us to be in nature. It is an innate need. I urge you to make it a priority. Because it's not just your physical body that you need to pay attention to. Your mental health is essential. When times are tough, which they will be, take a break, be gentle on yourself, and take time to reset. Again, there have been billions that have come before you, and there hopefully will be billions that will come after you. Perspective is key. Be gentle with yourself. And my last and final tool, number 10, give of yourself. Nearly half of the world's population, that's more than 3 billion people, live on less than $2.50 a day. There's a housing crisis, a food shortage crisis, inequalities in our criminal justice system, sexism, ageism, hate crimes against ethnic and religious minorities. There is a lot of work to be done. So my last tool for human potential is to serve. And whatever that means to you, build a community. No one does big things by themselves. Serve by doing your why. For the sake of humanity, follow your why. Whatever you do, medicine, engineering, technology, law, education, design, environmental conservation, music, theater, the world needs you, and the world needs you to use your why to bring change. But you do not need to hold the weight of the world on your shoulders. If you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of others. If you follow your why, you will be doing your life purpose, and that is exactly what the world needs. Thank you for sharing these 15 minutes with me. I have to say that I don't always take my own advice, which is why a growth mindset is critical, and why I still haven't reached my human potential. I hope we are all lifelong learners. Intertwined in these 10 tools is the mission of Villanova: love, truth, and community. And I hope this resonated. This is the most challenging time in history. Yet this infuses our life with more purpose. We as a collective have to do more. This is a call to action. You are creative, you are thoughtful, and you are problem solvers. You show your best when you are really challenged. This is your chance to step up to the plate. Be optimistic in the face of fear, and to be present, kind, curious, determined, nimble, fun, gentle, and selfless. And above all, practice gratitude and living your why by doing. I'm confident that what you have learned at Villanova will carry you much further than what you thought possible. Again, no matter what you have or what you achieve, you are enough. Remember, you are stronger than you think you are. You are fast alone, but we are further together. This isn't the finish line. This is just the beginning. Thank you.